Okay, group, this is our 8.3 practice numbers 1 and 2. So here on number 1, it says for each circle equation shown below, state the coordinates of its center and the radius. So just as a reminder, our general form for the equation of a circle is this guy right here. So H and K are our center, and as a reminder, R is the radius. So when we look here, we don't have anything added or subtracted to Y. So our center is going to be 0, 0. And then if we take the square root of 16, that would be 4. Whoops. The square root of 16 would be 4. So that means our radius is 4. Okay, here. So remember, this already has subtraction in it. So when we pull this out for the center, it's going to be a positive 8. This one is positive, so it's going to be a negative 3. So it's always opposite of whatever it is in the equation. So there's our center, and then the square root of 100 is 10. So our radius will be 10. For our center here, opposite of what's in there is positive 6. There's nothing added to Y, so our Y value is 0. And then the square root of 1 is 1. So our radius would be 1 for letter C. Okay, number 2. Okay, it says write the equation of each circle in standard form using the given center and radius. Okay, so again, we're going to use this general form that we have up here. So we'll have x plus 1. So since it's negative in here, when we put it into the equation, it'll turn positive. And we'll have y minus 7. It's positive here, so it turns negative in the equation. And then our radius is 9, so we'll have 9 squared. If we want to simplify that, we will have 9 squared and simplify that to 81. Okay, letter B, we have center at 0 and 8, so we'll have x minus 0 squared, y minus 8 squared. Remember, that 8 becomes negative because it was positive up here. And then 6 squared for our radius. This here, you can leave it as x minus 0 squared, or you can just write it as x squared. Our y minus 8 squared stays the same, and then 6 squared becomes 36. Okay, so now we're going to skip the rest of these, writing this first step, and we're just going to go ahead and condense it as we go. So we'll have x minus 5 squared, positive here, negative in the equation. Negative in the equation, positive for our 9 here in the equation. And then 1 squared is 1. That would be our final answer. Okay, letter D, we'll have x plus 9 squared. Negative turns positive. Y plus 2 goes from negative to positive when put in the equation. And then 12 squared is 144. Okay, letter E, we'll have x plus 5 squared. Since y is 0, we're just going to leave that as y squared. You could write y minus 0 quantity squared, but it's not necessary. And then 3 squared is 9 for our equation. And F, we'll have x minus 15 squared, y minus 22 squared, and then 121 is our 11 squared.